So you going on a few dates with this pretty young thing, and you guys have been enjoying each other's company and hanging out, hooking up, things like that. And she's showing some interest. You're showing interest in her, but you're starting to feel like you're giving her a little bit too much attention. So you think that you're going to use the method of being indifferent, and you start pulling back. And as you start doing that, she reaches out to you, but you take your time getting back to her. What I mean by that is you're starting to take your time as far as waiting until the next day to respond, or just ignoring her texts altogether and her having to follow up with you. And before you know it, she just stops texting you altogether, and you're reaching out to her. And before you know it, you're going into frantic mode and you start texting her, what's going on? Hey, why haven't I heard from you? This, that, and the third. And she just either ghosts you or blocked you. So you tried to be cool, tried to be indifferent, tried to be aloof, and try to hang back, and hoping that indifference will make a difference and make her fall in love with you, and it ended up backfiring. Now, fellas, a lot of you guys try to use this tactic and ignore women, thinking that it's going to turn them on, because a lot of these dating coaches will tell you, ignore women, take your time getting back to them, don't respond, or respond like a day later and things like that. What that does, guys, is that it shows that you're an asshole, especially if the status quo was that you were texting her before, or you may have been texting her within an hour or a couple hours or whatever. It shows that, hey, I guess he's not interested, or he's got other things going on.
Yo, so I'm just gonna say it. The longer that you ignore a woman, the more it is she adjusts to you not being there, and the more that you push her away.
Some women just will give up and just say fuck it and go on about their business, or start entertaining other guys. And you're looking stupid because you're trying to test some theory out or prove a point, trying to be cool and things like that. And she just goes on about her business. The issue is you haven't gotten her attached, which is one thing. You tried to employ this tactic before you got her attached, and it didn't work. She actually got turned off by you doing this because you didn't do it right. And she just went on about her business and got something else. Now here you are with a desert dick, looking crazy. Everything was going smooth, and then you're just gonna go and mess it up. Guys, don't ever ignore a woman when it comes to that. And I know a lot of guys in the comments that I read, they're just like, well, JR, you can't talk to a woman. You have to let her know who's boss. You have to let her know not to text you. You have to let her know this, that. It's just too much of this shit. Don't ignore women. Indifference makes a difference, but you're still gonna keep it cordial. Keeping it cordial always works, guys. And this is what I try to tell you guys.
The psychology of ignoring a woman. One of the things I always ask a client when they get nervous, when they say, well, if I don't respond to her text right away, or if I cancel plans with her one night, won't it make her want me less? Won't it make her say, screw this guy, forget about him? And a very, very simple question that I always ask my clients, and the answer is unanimous, is, when a woman does this to you, do you want her more or less? When you text a woman, things are going well, you text a woman, and then you don't hear back from her till the next day. During that period where you're waiting for her to text you back, do you forget about her? Or do you stare at your phone waiting for that text? When you're all excited to hang out with a woman, and at the last minute she cancels plans, you might be annoyed, but do you want her more or less in that moment?
Keep it cordial no matter what, unless it's detrimental to your mental health, right? Where you have a woman that's playing games, that's popping up, showing up in your life, things like that. And if you can't deal with it, just cut her off. But you always want to be cool, laid back, suave. You don't want to be all antsy and all over a woman. And you definitely don't want to give her the cold shoulder or ghost her or do no contact to try and prove a point, especially when things are going good. Don't confuse what I'm saying right now. If things are going good, you don't want to get to the point where you're just going no contact and ghosting her and stonewalling her, or basically like, I'm the man right now, blah, 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 because it's going to backfire. I've done a story in the past, which I'll probably link it here, about a guy who tried that and it backfired. A lot of ladies are getting hip to this. Some of them aren't going to go to that point where they're just going to keep chasing you. And what I mean by chasing is that she's basically just really chasing you instead of just reaching out to you the majority of the time. Because a woman should want to hear from you. A woman should be looking forward to hearing from you. And she will reach out to you if she's interested. She does want to talk to you. This is a woman that's interested. You feel me? That's what you want to have going on. You just don't want to be like, oh, that's her. I'm going to wait until tomorrow to text her back. I have a point to prove here. Make sure this is going to make her want me more. Not good, fellas. She'll give up, have a bad taste, and you'll probably never be able to hit that ass again because you on some foolery or listening to one of these videos telling you to do this, that, and the third, and it doesn't translate well when you try it. You're going to end up alone and whacking off at night. We don't want you doing that. We want you to be cool in a space where you're solid and you don't have to be going through that type of stuff. So at all times, guys, just keep it clear. Just think about it. Now, it's different if you're at work or you're working or something, which she should already know your routine. What I mean by that is if you work these hours and you guys have something going on, she knows that you're at work or you have some shit going on. Or at these hours, this is when you go to sleep, things like that. So if that's the routine, don't try to break it to prove a point. A lot of dudes have lost women like this because they think that they're using some tactics and things are working and they're using others and it's not. Even when you got a woman attached, you shouldn't ignore her. You need to set boundaries and say, hey, this and this time, and you practice indifference. And the point of practicing indifference is in the beginning, so you don't look thirsty. You don't look crazy. You don't look like you're going to be like a serial axe murderer or some shit like that. It's to make her feel secure. That's the point of being indifferent. Because women don't like to feel pressured because it gives them anxiety and things like that. They want to feel secure and not pressured, and that this guy isn't into me like that. Or excuse me, this guy, I'm wondering about him. I'm thinking about him. I'm getting an emotional roller coaster with this guy. That's the type of time that needs to be on. Instead of her just like, okay, I got this in the bag. I can already know that he's going to do this. This guy is head over heels over me. If I asked him to buy me a Birkin bag, he would do it. If I asked him to pay my water bill, my electric bill, half my rent, he would do it. I got him in the palm of my hand. That's where you don't want to be. You want to be indifferent. Because if you're not, you're like all the rest of these guys that are in her inbox or have gotten her number that prove her right every time on why she was like, see, all men are the same. You don't want to be like these other guys, fellas. You want to be cool, calm, collected. You want to be indifferent, but you don't want to just ignore a woman because that's some asshole shit and that shit is corny. What if she's ignoring me, JR? She's ignoring you, going about your business. That's what women do. Women do shit like that. We're not women. That's what I want to tell you guys. We're men. We're not women, okay? Cut the bullshit out with trying to be a damn woman. You feel me? Anyway, let me know what you guys think, man. Have you ever been in a situation like this where you did this and she just basically cut you off or blocked you? Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hit me up on Linktree to book a one-on-one with yours truly. Purchase all my books, merch, t-shirts. It helps to support the channel. Follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Listen, guys, I'm now advertising on my YouTube community tab. If you guys are interested, if you have a business, if you're a content creator, if you have a product that you like to promote on my channel, I have 92,000 subscribers right now. Hit me up, $100, permanent post. It'll be there. Hey, let's work. This is your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm out of here. Peace.
Yeah. 50 Cent. 50. Part 2.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
Can't forget Tony.
50.
UK.